Hey, it's Ryan with QLZ. We have a recurring guest. You might know her. She is the mother of dragons. She's the breaker of chains. Something about the great grass sea. I'm missing a few more.
We love it. We love
I
it.
know.
Hi, I'm
Hi,
so
Royal.
excited to be here.
So I only said that because you told us in Vegas that you are a Targaryen.
Oh, yes. Yes. I
So,
love Game of Thrones. I love House of Dragons.
okay.
I happen to look like the family.
I, are you gonna? Are you? I meant to ask you this out in Vegas. Are you gonna try out for any of the seasons? Have you
Oh
thought
my,
about
that
this?
would be no, that would be a dream come true. I am like manifesting that I get to make an appearance in one of the seasons. That would be so cool.
Awesome. Now, are you? I've only seen like the first four episodes of season one, which I'm way
Oh,
behind. I watched it
yes.
like right before I moved here to Springfield, never caught it back up. Have you obviously you're on the road. So
Yeah.
I think you're in Madison this weekend.
Yeah.
I know you're just up in Chicago, a couple hours up from us here in Springfield. Now, are you actually caught up on season two since you're on the road, or are you behind a little bit?
Season 2 of House of Dragons every Sunday, whether
Okay.
we are in the van traveling after the shows, but
Okay.
that's kind of like right now since we're on episode 3 is next week. But yeah,
Okay.
every Sunday night I am like glued to my phone watching it so that
Okay.
I don't have any spoilers because
Yeah.
I don't need to go online and have people spoil it. I want to like watch it and feel it and like be in the show, in the show kind of thing.
Yeah.
So as soon as we get in the van when we're done the meet and greets, I am like glued to my phone on Sunday nights.
You're that dedicated to it. Do you have a
Yes.
rule on spoilers? A lot of people are like, "Hey, wait 24 hours to post." Do you have a rule on spoilers yourself or anything?
I mean, if there's something I really want to watch and I see something
Mhm.
about it normally, I will just have to scroll past so that in case I am a day late, I'm not like ruining it for myself.
There you
I do that with all my shows though. I make
go.
sure
Okay.
that no one tells me anything and I don't check social media before I go and watch the episode.
What are the other shows you're dedicated to?
Oh my goodness. I've got a few. I've got a
Okay.
few. Depending, so when we're on the road, it's so different. So like right now, I kind of just have obviously that one. I do love Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Okay.
It's my one,
That's fine.
guilty pleasure, and so I do watch that show. But realistically, on the road, we're not really watching a lot
Mhm.
of TV. Once I get in the van, I am like,
You're out.
yeah, pretty much. But House of Dragons, I was like, I have to, you know,
Yeah.
make
You,
sure I check it out.
you gotta stay dedicated to it. I'm gonna be, I
Yes.
think, busy the opening night the Packers play to kick off the season against
Okay.
Philly. I think I have an
Yeah.
event that night, and I'm like,
You, like, have it up on your phone?
it's gonna be on my phone the entire time. The entire
Oh.
time. I'll be helping call high school football, and I'm like, oh my gosh, why did I agree to do this in the fall? Why? Why did I do this? Never
Yeah,
ever thought the NFL would put a game on a Friday night. Never.
yeah, that's hard, but you know what? The dedication, they probably
Yeah.
appreciate it.
I would hope so. I mean, I literally, you don't know this, but I just did an interview with my old college. Like, literally, the Packers have led me my entire life.
Oh my gosh, really?
If I wasn't a Packers fan, I probably wouldn't be here. I
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
so
That's incredible.
yeah, it is. So yeah, I was a Packers fan since I was 4 years old in Ohio. I decided to go to college in Green Bay. I got involved in radio, and I was like, well, I guess if I didn't like the Packers, I wouldn't be
You're right.
talking to people like yourself and some of the other
Goodness.
people I've listened to since I was a teenager.
Oh my god, well, we have to thank the Packers for us being here
Exactly.
today.
So all the Illinois people are going to absolutely love that you said that. All of them. They're going to love that so much that you just said that. Do you have a team? Or
I
you
do not, I do
No, okay.
not. I barely have time to
Yeah.
watch shows that are, I live. I never I appreciate it and I would love
Yeah.
to like go to like a Packers game or, I'm very much like I love the sport of it and
Yeah.
I'm always down to support, but when it comes to football, I just don't have a personal team.
It's not the worst thing in the world. You've saved yourself a lot of heartache and a lot of stress. A lot.
I have seen the Packers field. It's
Oh, you have,
incredible.
yes. Lambeau,
Yes.
yes. It's amazing.
Yes, because we
Absolutely.
played up in Green Bay, a couple years ago, so I got
Really?
to go.
Okay.
Yeah, long
Awesome.
long time ago, back when
Okay.
I was, playing, more cover gigs, I guess,
Yeah.
just to as much as I could back then.
You'll have to get back up there.
I know, it's on my list, I
There you go.
promise.
Awesome. Again, the people are going to love hearing this right now. We do have some Packers fans listening, but the Illinois folks are going to absolutely love this interview. They're going to be a big fan
Oh,
of it so much. You're on the road right now. Like I said, you're in Madison this weekend.
Yes.
How has it been? You've been out for about a week and a half. I know you're in Chicago. You had a hometown show in Nashville recently, which if people saw the photos, it was a very, very cool thing that you got to do with a lot of people. Danny from Alexandria came out to it. So how's tour? I just gave away like every answer you're probably going to give, but
No,
how's tour been?
it has been incredible to get out and meet the people who are loving the music and hearing it on the radio. And like, we've had so many people come up to us and be like, I heard you on Octane, which is so
Mhm.
cool. And just like the community that's like, hey, like we love what you're doing. And, hearing it on their radio stations in every town that we go to has just been like such a dream come true. And I wouldn't trade this for anything.
Yeah,
This is my favorite time, is getting out there, and we do a free meet and greet at every show. So like meeting the fans and just, me personally thanking them for being at the show and spending their hard-earned money to be there. It's
that's
been
awesome.
special.
And seeing the photos is cool because you're up on stage and seeing the videos and stuff that you get to post. You and the band
Yeah.
are obviously very much into this. You can see the excitement of what's going on. Do you have like, obviously you started in country, talk about that last time. Do you have country fans that are following you over still into the rock, and kind of how is that? Has it been a positive reception from them? Kind of how's that transition been with those fans?
We've had an awesome
Yeah.
crossover. We have fans that are metalheads. We have fans that are in the country space. We have country fans that are metalheads,
Mhm.
that it's just so special because there's such a community that I don't think that people thought was there. And it is. And, talking about mental health and singing these songs that are, a little left of center. It's just been so cool to see how well it's received out there. And truly last night in Omaha, we had the whole crowd knew every word, and it just like makes me emotional because it's like we've worked so hard, and I just want to write music that resonates, and we talk about tough subject matter, and just to see the love from not only the country community but the metal community
Mhm.
and the rock community has just been so amazing. It's been great.
It's awesome. Are you last time I asked you about music and you're like, you just got to hear it. I have a very specific question before we dive into more new music on the way. With you coming into the rock world with this, are you working on anything like vocally that's different? Are we going to hear you growl? We're going to hear you scream? Anything like that? Because obviously your voice is your voice, but like any kind of like anything we go, holy shit, she just wasn't expecting to hear that from her.
So we have a lot of new things that we are going to be putting on the record, and just a lot of fun songs. A lot of it's going to be a mix of a lot of things, which is awesome. I'm really excited to continue forward on this journey and just see what happens, and really just kick outside the box when it comes to making, the next music.
You set a record, so I have to ask you, are we getting it this year? What are you able to share? Again, there's only
Soon,
so much you can share.
soon, soon, I
Soon,
promise. It's gonna
soon.
be
All right.
awesome. I promise. I'm putting my heart and soul into everything that we're
Yeah.
working on right now.
Awesome. But it's a full length.
You're just gonna have to wait and see.
All right. I was like, all
Every
right.
time you're like, "Tell me more."
I know. And I know there's things that you can't share because, people, only certain people can know it at this point for things.
I
Um,
can assure you that we're working so hard to kick outside of any box that has ever been made.
all right. There we go. And we're gonna have it soon. We're gonna have this record soon.
Soon.
Okay. All right. Soon. I'm gonna jot some notes down when we're done here and be like, all right, it's a record. Well, maybe a record, and it's coming soon.
And it's coming soon, I
Coming
promise.
soon. All right, awesome. The track I got to ask you about, it's obviously one that we're playing right now on QLZ, and like you said, stations across the country are playing it. Death Wish. What was it like working with Danny?
Oh,
First
he's
off,
incredible. He is such a great human, and his voice, there is no one else in the world that I wanted to do this duet with and this song. And it just means so much to me that he loves it as much as, I do. And to work with him, and I look up to him so much. And, he has just been such an incredible human to work with, and the friendship also
Mhm.
that came along with this has just been incredible. And it's just like, my wildest dreams. It's just crazy to be able to work with some of your heroes.
Awesome. And I have two buddies who are firefighters, so thank you for for this
Oh,
track. Buddy back in Ohio, that is, and a buddy in
oh my
Wisconsin, that is.
goodness.
Buddy, one of my friends since we were like 5 years old, who I'll see here in the next couple weeks. He's a firefighter. He's been since, gosh, like 22, 23 years old. And
Oh
then
my
the other
goodness.
buddy's
That's
pretty much
incredible.
in the same way. So thank you for the track. You suited up for this, correct? For the music
I
video?
did.
So
I
what was it
did.
like? Did you put on all the gear? What was it like?
Actually, in the music video, I am one of the firefighters in the building,
Okay.
the burning building, in one of the scenes, which is crazy. So the Southwest Fire Academy, they're up in Canada. Actually, I had to
Okay.
fly up, and Danny and I also flew up and did our parts in it as well. But the academy was just so welcoming, and finally on day 2 they were like, Royal, like, if you want to suit up, like, you should
That's
come in
awesome.
with us. And I was like, oh, no, 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 like, I you guys do your thing, like, I appreciate it. You don't claim to know how to do any of this.
Yeah.
And they were like, you know what, like, if it scares you, I think we should do it. And I was like, you know what, we every music video that we've done, either I am being like hung upside down at 15 feet in the air, which terrified me,
Yeah.
or they're bringing me into a burning building suited up as a firefighter, which is crazy, to be on oxygen and to do the thing. And I was like, you know what? My anxiety is not going to stop me today. So I suited up, I did it, and I walked in there, and, the 4 firefighters that were also with me, um, just kept me so calm, and they were like, this is what it's like. And it was so cool to get the perception of how they actually, fight fires, which is so crazy to just have a glimpse.
Yeah.
That was a once in a lifetime opportunity to be able to go into a burning building with them.
Has the song changed for you at all? Maybe meaning wise or more meaningful? You obviously you record the track, they do the video where you're actually like getting a taste of what they do. Like, does the song feel any different to you after you actually had that kind of real life experience with it?
So the song has always held such a special place in my heart because my uncle is actually a fire chief.
Awesome. Cool.
So I actually, when we were writing it, I kept just thinking about him, and my aunt as well, and just their family, and how crazy it is that people have dangerous jobs. And this is for all first responders
Yeah.
too. This doesn't just stick with just the fire community. This is the whole entire community of first responders, or anyone who really has a dangerous job, who loves their job and has an amazing family, but they have to, it's like they're calling to do this. And that's why this song is so special to me, is that it gives light to people who put their life on the line every single day, despite having families and
Yeah.
people they love. And that's really why this song was so special to me. And I knew I had to give it a home that was incredible. And the fact that it's at radio means so much to me right now. Like, it's crazy. I'm so grateful.
It's awesome. Like you said, getting to work with Danny on this is awesome. All right. I'll ask you one more question about the record. Any other collaborations on it?
You're gonna have to wait and see.
Okay. All right.
You're gonna have to wait and see.
All right. You've been coached well on this. You've been coached very well. You've done enough of these now. You're coached very well on them. Who's maybe on your collaboration wish list moving forward?
Ooh.
Hypothetically. I'm not asking
Hmm.
you about the record, just hypothetically in the future.
If there was, all right, my wish list of people that I would collab with. I mean, I look up to so many people in so many different genres too. Like, I would love to do one with Billie Eilish. I think
Okay.
that would be such a cool collab, to do like a rock pop crossover. That would be really cool. I love A Day to Remember. I stand on that. I would
Yep.
love to do a collab with them one day. Miley Cyrus. I
All right.
I think that would, and she's more in the rock space now than ever, and, I look up to her so much. There's so many bands. I mean, Falling in Reverse, I would love to do something with them. There's so many bands.
I mean,
Um,
Ronnie's got Jelly Roll on. I mean, hey,
I know,
Jelly Roll's
I
crossing
love
over.
it.
You're crossing over. Hey,
I love what they're doing. I just think I think they're just geniuses in what they're doing, and I support it 110%. So,
are you loving the collaborations overall? This is something that now it's become so popular in rock, which it never really has been. It was always kind of like it was really rare thing. And I know Nothing More's record's out today, and they've got three collaborations on that record. And I'm not all the way through it yet, but I mean, we've got I Prevail and Hailstorm right now together, and
yeah,
we have DMX on a Five Finger Death Punch track,
I love it.
which is wild. I never ever thought on rock radio I would talk about DMX, even though he's one of the rappers I listened to growing up.
That's
Yeah.
incredible.
So like, do you love seeing all these collaborations? Do you think there needs to be more? Or what's your feelings on them?
I love collabs. I love duets. I love crossing genres and just doing something that's, not the same as everyone else. I think it's so cool to just explore and see what happens. Like ultimately that's how we became, country rock,
Yeah.
a crossover of the two. I think it's so cool to create art instead of sitting in a box that you're supposed to be within the limits of. I think it's really cool to kind of just be like, hey, like you're a badass artist and you're a
Yeah.
badass artist. Why can't we just do something together and create this genre that may not exist yet? Why limit
Yeah.
yourself?
I love it. No, I've enjoyed it. Like I've told people, I said as a programmer, if you do artist separation and whatnot, you're like, oh my God, how do I make
Hmm.
this happen? But as a fan, you're like, I don't give a shit. Let's
Yeah, like just
keep it going.
create art and see what happens. It's so exciting to just get in there and create.
I don't know. I love it. I gotta ask you about Uno. Did you get your Uno game yet? The new one. Did you get it?
Wait, what's the new one?
The hardcore one that we talked about last time. Did you ever
I
get
haven't
that or
gotten
no?
it yet.
No? Okay.
No, I need to get it. Oh my gosh, we did talk about this. All right. Well, is it on Amazon? Can I order? Can
I'll
I
look
get
up.
it to the hotel right now that because we're on the road?
I'm sure you could
So
ship it anywhere you want. I mean, I I'll look on Amazon when we're done here. I'll look on Amazon. I'll have to try to
okay.
remember what it was called, but I'll look it up
And then
for you.
when you come to the show in St. Louis, we're gonna have an
Yes.
Uno match.
All
All
right.
right.
All right.
All right.
That works. I'm down.
We're doing it.
I'm
We're
down.
doing it.
Yeah, so you are at Blueberry Hill, the Duck Room on July 10th. You beat me to that. I was going to mention that, but you beat me to it. So
Sorry.
you're better at my job now than I'm at mine. So, yeah, July 10th. Yeah, you're gonna be in St. Louis, and for people in Springfield and the surrounding area, it's now an hour and 20, hour and 30 minute drive. It's not bad at all. It is a Wednesday night, July 10th. I believe doors are at 7, shows at 8.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna
thought
be
about
fun.
this because I wake up super early in the morning, and I was like, all right, 8 o'clock show. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get
I
about
got
4 hours
you.
of sleep this night, but it'll be all right.
Oh,
It'll be worth it. It'll all
I'm
be
so
good. So
sorry. We're gonna
how
have to
dare
have an
you?
early Uno match then.
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
You can't wait till
All
the
right.
meet and greet after. It's gotta be before. It's gotta be
Just
before. That's my only
imagine.
stipulation on
We're
this.
like,
So
"Sorry, the line's gonna be a little long. We gotta get through this,
yes, sorry.
game first."
And I know last time in Vegas, I got one more question for you. Last time in Vegas, I know I'd asked about the complete albums, and when we were out in Vegas, you said something about the albums you can't live without, which is kind of a little bit of a different question. So now I got to flip it on you and be like, what are the albums you can't live without?
Ooh, I mean, I have a few that I spin, over and over and over. The Day to Remember Homesick album is my
Okay,
favorite album of all time. I'm sure that was my answer last time too, but and it hasn't changed, but
that's all right.
I just, it's my pump up album before we're getting on stage and,
Yeah.
it just, it inspired me so long ago and I kind of bop around. I also have been really loving like different genres. I've really been exploring music lately, and there's so many great bands that have released music lately too that I'm just exploring new albums. Like Bring Me the Horizon just came out with a new
Yeah.
album. Wage War just came out with a new album.
That album's
There's
really
no
good.
yeah, and they're so good, but there's no shortage of amazing music right now, and I love this time that we're in. So right now and you just said Nothing More
Mhm.
released their album today. So like there's so much music that I feel like I've been trying to get through because I love the creation process and I love to see what bands are doing. So kind of bopping all over listening to all the new stuff recently.
I do too. No, I know there's a lot. There's a lot I need to catch up on. I'm way behind on it. Way,
I'm behind
way,
too.
way behind. Way behind on it. I got a lot. So Royal Lynn again. If people want to come down and see you July 10th in St. Louis, it's only an hour and 20, hour and 30 minute drive from us here in Springfield and the surrounding area. Um, uh, Duck Room at Blueberry Hill.
Mhm.
That's another venue. I've never been there, so I'm excited. It's a new venue to check out. I'll be seeing you for the first time, for which will be a lot of fun. And again, you'll have a record out soon.
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 All right. Well, have fun on the road. Again, if people want to check, I know last time, but if people want to get merch from you, I know you're really active on Instagram with everything, and you always got a lot of goofy stuff up there and a lot of cool, stuff on stage. Obviously, performance stuff too, not just goofy
Yes.
stuff. People want
Yes.
to follow you on socials, all that. Where can they do that again?
So it's all under Royal Lynn Music, Royal with an E. And yeah, you can find everything. And we've got merch and shows. And I just invite everyone to come see a show. I'd love to meet everyone.
Awesome. Royal, thank you. It's good to see you again.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you so much, and I cannot wait to have you to a show.
It'll be fun. Thanks.
Thanks for having me on.